Gregory, Stephen, and Dylan James. Whoa, that was a jaunty selection right there. A jaunty selection of jammers. Folks, how's everybody doing out there? Are you all right? I think we're streaming. Egads, I must be dreaming. Friday, what's the date today? It is the 18th. It is Keith Richards' birthday today, apparently. Old Keith. Bless him. He is 174 years old today. And doesn't look a day over 95. And I think that's important. What is going on here? What is going on here? What is going on? I need to grab this over here. Is everyone feeling good? Are you feeling all right? It's Saturday night. The hotel detective, he was out of sight. Here we go. There it is. There it is live. I see it. I see it. Sometimes my phone's a little on the slows. Got a case of the slows, ladies and gentlemen. Santa, are you listening? Drade's phone's got a case of the slows. Maybe there's some kind of new surveillance device that he could come up with to bring to my home. You better watch out. You better not cry. Whether you laugh or you cry. The national security apparatus is watching you. They know when you're watching Drade. They know when you're doing naughty things. They know when other things are taking place. So just give up and eat lots of cereal. What? Just give up. Eat lots of cereal. I haven't eaten cereal in 2 weeks, folks. Saturday. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks. No sugar. Ha! Crazy. And I got some gifts today in the mail that were sugary, and I've been strong. I'm gonna wait till Christmas, and then I'm gonna have a little bit of treat. I'm gonna wait till Christmas to have a treat. Can you believe Keith Richards is 77 years old? The thing I can't understand is, how did my grandpa, I say grandpa because that's how I remember saying it, died when he was 74. Yeah, he enjoyed a little bit of whiskey and Chesterfield Straights. He only made it to 74 before his kidneys and his liver said, you know what, we're done here. But yet Keith Richards, King Vitaman, has made it until 77. What do you want to know? It's a crazy world. It's a mix-up world. It's a shook-up world. Wow. No sugar tonight in my coffee. No sugar tonight in my tea. Yeah, I haven't had any cereal. I haven't had any chocolate. I haven't had any diggity doggone ice cream. And you know what? Once you stop it, you don't miss it. That's the thing. But Lord, it's, yeah, what are you going to do? Anyway. Yes, Adam, it is kind of a terrible time of the year to give up sugar, but you know what? Between Thanksgiving and Christmas, unless there's a little respite, I'm just going to, as I like to say, my double chin goes around in third, it's time to lose that quarantine. Lord have mercy. Musicians live longer. Well, could be. Or maybe when you have gajillions of dollars, they can postpone the inevitable. Ooh, I like that. It's kind of sinister. Postpone the inevitable. Can you dig it? That's a new jam we got a lurking. I don't know what to call that one yet. It's a drony little thing, isn't it? B. B is a good key. Yes, this is my Strat. I loaded a Strat I've had forever, and I loaded it up with the Fishman Fluence single with pickups of doom and destruction, and doggone it, they sound magnificent. This guitar, man, I'll tell you what. It's a beast. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. How many springs back here? I think I got 3 springs. I think I'm a 3-springer. I'm a 3-springer in the back of the guitar. How do I whammy without the bar? I have the bridge floats. It's floating about a half step. So if I push down, I can go up a half step. Greetings from Brookfield. Hey, Scott Larson, what's going on, Daddy-O? Brookfield, Wisconsin in the house. Brookfield, Wisconsin in the house. Brookfield, Wisconsin. Right over there. How long have I played with Dylan? Well, I guess you first started... Like 2011? Yeah, in the band, like 2011-ish, probably, something like that. Can you ding it? Do you want to meet at Culver's later? We're doing pizza tonight, folks. It's pizza night here at Koch Residence. It's pizza night at the Koch residence. Pizza night. Yes, the power for the pickups in the back. Can you see that back there? Or is it too bright? It's light. We're going to get some new camera. We got a new camera. We're just waiting. We got all the fixins that we're waiting for. We're going to have some new production value in Orange Room. But this rascal right here, if you can see it, this is where, close up on this son of a bitch, son of a gun. Right there, let's see if I can get the angle right so that you can actually see it. It's so bright, it's washing it out. This is a little mini USB input and the lithium-ion batteries on the back here, and that's what powers the pickups, and it's really not that thick. It's not like it's this obtrusive thing. What kind of pizza tonight? Well, that's a good question, ladies and gentlemen. Pizza night, Matt Schreiber in the house. Matt Schreiber, you know, I go walking every day in the Hawthorne Glen, which has the Martin Schreiber Memorial fixins in that. So I see a monument to your father on a daily basis as I perambulate in the Hawthorne Glen Park. Isn't that crazy? Matt Schreiber, a lot of people don't know that your dad was the governor of the state of Wisconsin. And your sister went to school with me in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Let that be a lesson to all of you. She played the clarinet. Who has the best pizza in Tosa? Well, Matt, I like to go to Y East Pizza. The only problem with Y East is that, well, there's no problem with it because it's damn delicious. They make their own special dough, and they only make enough of it, and they have their own, stone fire apparatus. But you have to kind of call earlier and reserve it. And sometimes I'm not that far-reaching in advance. I just want immediate gratification. So we found BB's on North to be quite delightful. And we're going to get that tonight. They have a blackened luau, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I was never one sorry about that. Talk to my abdomen and the guitar. I was never one to... put fruit on my pizza, but doggone it, I do enjoy a good Hawaiian, and they have a blackened luau. I got to tell you, it is snap crackle lacking. And then their classic is delicious. Their sausage is good. Sauce is good. This is key. Yes, John, I saw that. I didn't have a head there for a minute. I had to rectify. Sometimes I start talking. And I don't realize that the camera is facing my abdomen. Tony is concerned about the location of the lithium to one's junk and that it might zap it. I can't speak to that. Oh ho. No can do. Yeah, you carry your cell phone. If you carry your cell phone, what are you gonna do? I'm sure that lithium ion's no good for you. But you gotta weigh the cost and benefit analysis and figure out if you want your junk eradicated. I don't mind it. Eradicate. The junk for tone. Eradicate. Your junk for tone. It's worth the price. Wow. That's the kind of sacrifices we make, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. That all just happened. Dylan, what should we do? What's that? Something cool. Dylan wants to do something cool. That song is actually quite old. I came up with that little riff. I used to call it the monster mode, because back in the day when I was a youngin', I got a little fueled up on a little bit of fermented entertainment. I'd do crazy things. People refer to it as, the monster mode is at hand. And that was a jam we used to do back in college. And I've kind of deployed every now and again. Hold on, let me get my picture of Billy Gibbons. I see you, Chris. I see you. We want more of the monster mode, says Teddy. Monster mode, monster mode, monster mode, monster mode. Dawn of pecan chicken. Oh, that sounds so good. Pecan chicken. I feel a little greasy. Just already took a shower. Yeah, it's good for you. Monster Motosaur. I like that kind of talk, Teddy. You know, Dylan, I don't know if you've ever played this song, but back in the day when I'd play a Strat, most of the time I had some tunes that I would do. One was called The Grip. Do you remember that? Well, you're gonna hear it and you're gonna do it because you're gonna feel it. It's got kind of a train beat. It's kind of a maniacal train beat. So I start from the beginning making a bunch of noise, and I go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You've heard that one, right? It's probably been a while. You probably heard it when you were in the womb. pickups sound doggone good. They got the girth, they got the slice, but no doggone noise. I dig that. Boo da boo ban doo 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 doo. Bro, do take it again, do take it again, do take it again, hug it, do take it again, do take it again. I remember that tune that we did a little while back then. That's a good one. Yeah, it's good for your soul. It's good for your soul. Ba-doom doo ba-doom boom ba-doom. It's a mysterious song, is it not? So, folks, I'd like to tell you a little bit of story. Jay asked, what percentage of your arsenal should be Strats? You know, it depends. At one point, I played Strats all the time, and this was my main one. I had a 56 Relic for a while that I used. I have a old American Deluxe Strat that's two-tone sunburst that looks more like a vintage one, but it has the noiseless pickups in it. But I fell out of love with the Stratocaster, yeah, because I just wanted a purity of tone and a purity of not messing around with the tuning. I mess around with the tuning all the time, because when I mess with Mr. Wiggles down there, things go crazy. But because of the doggone Fluence pickups, they sound so doggone good in all 5 positions of the toggle switch. And there's a little boost on board if I go to that second voice. It's made it fun for me to play a Strat again. It's made it fun again. Thank you, Fishman, and your Fluence pick-ho-hips. Pick-ho-hips. Wow. What a testimonial when someone says, I enjoy your pick-ho-hips. Your pick-ho-hips. It makes you invent words. You enjoy them so much. I think that's important. Some people aren't familiar with that level of craziness. Alder or ash in this one, Greg? This is an ash body. Ash body, maple neck. I first ordered this guitar from Fender Custom Shop, 1991. It had a different neck on it. It had this neck on it. This was the neck it once had, which has a little bit more of a, well, you can't really see because the light is weird. But it's the same. It says J. Black, Casio Music, Greg Koch. J. Black made this guitar. 292 from this, the 292nd guitar made in the Fender Custom Shop. How about that? And then after a period of time, somehow that neck got stripped. What's going on here? Somehow that neck got stripped. And so Alex Perez at Fender made me another neck based on that original. So and that one's very flamey. And he said, look, flame may look cool and all, but it's more unstable than like a hard rock maple. So he goes, I'll make you a hard rock maple with that in the same neck profile. It's a big old, I think it's November of 56. There's that October of 50. It seems a little bigger than that one. But I'll tell you what, so I got that neck for it. So I've had this neck on for about 10 years. And first I didn't have the string tree on, and then I kept on, especially when I was doing that, when I would do that song, I kept on flicking the E string off the nut. So I thought maybe I should get a string tree. So I did, and actually it plays better now, so that's good. What about Flaming Hard Rock? That's a good question, Todd. I can't speak to it. I can't speak to it. Put some gun oil on that. Roasted maple. Pop. 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 All right, I'm going to switch guitars now. I'm going to go to my Reverend... Oh, Shiza. I'm going to go to my Reverend Gristle Master in the new color of three-tone sunburst. What's the difference between the boat neck no-caster and this one? Well, the boat neck no-caster is more of a U-shaped, and this has got a slight V to it, and it's not quite as big as that big old boat 51. I'm tuned to Eflat on this one because I was playing along with some Jimmy earlier today. You know, there's never an end. Never an end to checking out old Jimmy stuff and playing along for the fun of it. Am I right or am I right? It's just good, clean fun. It's good, clean fun for the kids. It's good, clean fun for the kids. The kids need some rockin', they need a little roll, or so the scrolls foretold. I saw the scrolls for toll. Skoidle hoidle. Skoidle hoidle. Feels good, doesn't it, when it does that? Skoidle hoidle. That's that old Jimmy tune, Angel. Fly on my sweet angel. It's a good one. Might be shuffle time, I think. That's an old tune of mine called, well, at first it was called Dirty Old Bee. And my buddy John Seeger wrote lyrics to it. And actually Paul Barrera from Little Feat sang it on my record, Plays Well With Others. And then we did an instrumental version on the Unrepentant record. Can you dig it? For the kids. It's a juicy little jam. Boy, time's flying today dealing with our rock music. Time's flying with that rockin' music. Time's a rockin' with the jams. Time's a rockin' with the music. We got a little time left. You know, we have to do, I've done this song before on these feeds, but I'm gonna do it again because it is Keith Richards' birthday today, and there's nothing better than a little rock and roll music for the people. Am I right? Need someone we can lean on, and if you want it, baby, well, you could lean on me. Well, we all need someone we can lean on, and if you want it, baby, Lord, you can lean on me. Whoa. She said, my breath, they will always be on. Well, you can rest your weary head right on there. And there will always be a space in my parking lot. You need a little cocaine, a sympathy, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, we all need someone we can dream on. And if you want it, baby, well, you could dream on me. Well, we all need someone we can dream on. And if you want it, baby, well, you could dream on me. Well, I was dreaming of a steel guitar engagement. You took my help with tempted salesman tea. You knocked me in my dirty stinking basement with that jaded, faded, chunky nurse. Oh, what pleasant company, yeah. Well, we all need someone we can bleed on. And if you want it, baby, well, you could bleed on me. Well, we all need someone we can bleed on. And if you want it, baby, well, you can bleed on me. Take my arm, take my leg. Oh, baby, won't you take my head? Well, you can bleed all over me. Can you dig that? A little bit of that rock music for the kids. A little bit of that rock music. Stones on steroids, I'll go with that. In the key of Eflat, no doubt. All right, folks, it's that time. We're opening up for some question activity. What's going on out there? Any questions, any comments out there for the kids? Any questions, any comments for the kids out there? Any comments for the kids out there? Any comments for the kids out there? Thank you, Dylan, for jamming with us today. Dylan James. Talking about the midnight rambler, and everybody got to go. I'm talking about the Tosa Jangler, the one who shut that kitchen door. It's pizza night here at Koch Residence. I'm gonna have some variation of the Hawaiian theme. And then I'll get a little classic as well with some sausage and onion and mushroom. And make everybody scream in a little while, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the midnight rambler. Everybody got to go. I'm talking about the midnight rambler, the one who shut that kitchen door. I wake up in the middle of the night after that pizza. Hope I don't get a little heartburn. I hope nothing else happens either, if you know what I mean. Live and learn. Talking about the midnight. Oh, it sounds so good. I like that. I like that rock music for the kids. Rock music, kids. Rock music, kids. That was a Midnight Rambler about pizza night here at Koch Residence. What happens in the middle of the night? God only knows. You eat that spicy pizza, it rambles around in your abdomen. What's going to happen? I don't know. Maybe I'll be a Midnight Rambler. Everybody better go. Better get out my way. I thought that Americans hated Hawaiian pizza. I worked with a drummer who was an American. He said that Hawaiian pizza was an abomination. Well, you know what? That individual maybe needed a hug. He needed a hug because the power of the Hawaiian pizza is undeniable, especially the spicy luau over at BB's. It's going to be so damn good. Hey, from Italy, what's going down? Italy, what's going down? I can't wait to return to Italy. It's my favorite place on the planet. I'm going to be honest about it. It's the best eaten on the damn planet. I'm going to tell you that right now. You can talk about this and talk about that. There's delicious food everywhere to be found, but Italy? Forget it. Dylan, am I right or am I right? Facts, he says. Simply a one-word response from Dylan James. Facts. Rambling around the abdomen. Does the KMT morning show still play every time? Does the KLH morning show still play or pay? They're supposed to register it with ASCAP, but I haven't tasted any of that sweet green from that particular situation. But hey, that's really the way of the music industry, isn't it? You're grateful that they played your jam, but somehow, yeah, but that's all right. I'm grateful they played the jam so that people can hear every day that. How do you fit Hawaiians on a pizza? You know what, Chuck? I'm not talking about actual human beings. I'm talking about pineapple and a spicy. It's supposed to be Canadian bacon, but there's a special sausage that they put on over at this establishment I'm referring to that is a delicious spicy treat. A spicy treat that's good enough to eat, man. How'd you hear that? Man. I got a 30th anniversary Eric Clapton Strat for Christmas. Bless you. Love your demo of it. Well, excellent, Robert. Congratulations. You know what? I like those Clapton Strats. I always have. I've owned a few over the years. I actually used one on the record Defenestrator. When I recorded the tune Absinthe, it sounds like a Tele neck pickup. It's actually a Clapton Strat through my Vibrolux Clean. That's what it is. Doggone it. I also used it to play the lead on Cracker Jack Tattoo. I thought that was a good little lyric. Like a Cracker Jack tattoo, soon nothing shall remain of you. But a bitter breakup that never did exist in my world, but I made it a hypothetical storytelling situation. What? Am I on Patreon? I am not at this point. I probably should be, but I'm not. Did you throw it out the window after you were done with the album? No, I kept it for a time. Guitars in me are weird. I keep stuff for a time and then it goes. The only guitars that have lasted the longest is that blue Strat. That actually in my blue Tele that matches it. Those have actually stood the test of time. I think the 53 Tele I got a few years back, that's going to stand the test of time. I've got a red 335 that probably will. Things of this nature. The only people that get paid are lawyers and guitar centers. I don't know about that, John. I think other people get paid too. What is my favorite chord? Well, I have a few of them I like to use. That's one of my faves. I use that all the time. Like this one. Like this one. Like the minor version. Do I have a lot of vintage amplifiers? Not anymore. At one point, I had a few. I had an old 210 Tweed, like 50. I'm trying to think what year it was. Super 210 Super. Had that for a while. I've had old Super reverbs. I still have I have a 68 Super reverb with 4 D series JBLs. It weighs a ton, but it sounds glorious. It sounds glorious. I've had 65 Twin in my time. I've had old Marshalls. Dylan, what's going on in there? He's looking for things that he put down, and he cannot find them. He's filled with rage because you can't find things. I know how it is. Isn't it weird how Eflat is just so... I love 59 Basements. I never had an old Bassman, though. I've always had reissues. good. E flat. Maybe I'll keep one of these guitars in E flat. What the hell? Every now and again, I like to do that. E flat. I don't like action too low. The question out there is, do I prefer a comfortable action or a higher action? I like a comfortable action, but not too low. I don't like things bottoming out because I like to. I've had Showmans in the past. I've had Bassman heads. That reminds me, I had a Bassman head that I lent to somebody and he never gave it back. I know who you are. It was kind of a weird thing. I remember years ago when we all first started playing Neighborhood Gang, there was a guy that I went to school with, and he had like this Telly copy. And, we were all kind of communal with the guitars and then over at somebody's house. And I played it for a while, but it didn't end up at my house. The guitar was just gone. So they're like, well, you took Carl's guitar. I go, no, sorry, I don't have that guitar. I don't know what you're talking about, right? So then apparently this was a thing, and I didn't know. It's like every time we would mention that guitar, I'm like, what are you talking about? I never, literally, I'll give you a guitar if that's really an issue, but it's not. I didn't take your guitar. And years later, this guy borrowed an amp from me and never gave it back. And I think it's because he was showing me what for. And I'm like, this is so juvenile. I don't even know what to say. But anyway, so I had a vintage Bassman head. It's gone now in the land of dysfunctional adolescent crushed dreams. What? Do you prefer middle positions on the amp, or what do you mean by that, Wolf? The mids? I keep everything actually pretty well at 12 o'clock, bass, mid, treble on my amp. How about string gauge? I use 10 through 46 NYXLs. Can you dig it? Who's got my Bassman? I know who you are. We're coming to get you. Coming to get you, Bassman Stealer. Nah. I don't know what your damn fake telly is. Wow. I just kind of, I don't know if that about you, but that felt good for me. I got it out. I got it off my chest. Night Demon sound, yes. Where did you record the demos for the two Fender books? I just listened to them recently. Good stuff. I'm glad it stands the test of time. I haven't listened to that forever. And you know what was funny is the Strat book. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, back when I was doing a lot of Fender stuff, we did this thing where Tom Wheeler, who was, God bless his soul, he died unexpectedly. It was really a drag. He's a great guy. And he was the former editor-in-chief of Guitar Player magazine back in the glory years. Not that there aren't still good years of Guitar Player magazine, but I mean back when there was so few magazines, and it was like it reigned supreme as far as guitar stuff was concerned back in the day. And anyway, he wrote a Stratocaster Chronicles book and then a book on Fender amplifiers. And it was a Hal Leonard book. I was doing a bunch of stuff with Fender. I was buddies with Tom, buddies with the guys at Fender. Like, hey, will you do like 50 sounds of the Strat? And it was a daunting thing because I had to kind of replicate or give the flavor of 50 different iconic like Strat players and sounds without using any copywritten material. And then the budget was, I'm going to say it was meager. And so I had to do it like in a day. So we recorded it all in Milwaukee at a studio that's now called The Exchange. My buddy Rick Probst engineered that. And then the amplifier thing was the same thing, but Rick Probst and Steve Colchin, who my nickname for him was the Soccer Mom Enthusiast for really no reason other than just, stupid talk. Anyway, they had a company called Remote Planet, which was their independent they had a remote recorder, a truck. So we brought it up to Dave's Guitars in beautiful La Crosse, Wisconsin, because Dave had all the old amps that I wanted to kind of reference for the amp book. So I told which amps I wanted to use, and Dave made sure they were all working, bless his heart. Dave Rogers is a great dude. And then he allowed me to use, so for each amp, we kind of did a thing where it was clean and then turned all the way up, like turned halfway up and then turned all the way up. And I used a 59 Les Paul that he had, which was glorious, and then a 50-something Strat and a 50-something Telecaster, so you could hear what they sounded like. And there you go. Anyways, there you have it. So that stuff was recorded by my buddy Rick Probst, once in the studio for the Strat book, and the other one was at the up at Dave Rogers' place with a remote recording implementation. Book by Tom Wheeler, that's correct. How many guitars does one need? Is a question I see out there. Well, that question is something that is up to the individual. Hey, Jack Pearson played Esquire and he made that sound good. Yes, Jack Pearson's a bad man. Yeah, he does sound great on that doggone guitar. You know what? You can sound great on any guitar. When a player who has their own sound could pick up whatever guitar and sound like them. But you also want to be inspired and sound the best you can. So sometimes you like to mess around with different things so that you are inspired and sounding the best you possibly can. And for some people, that can be a simple apparatus. Some people it's more complex. Sometimes it's more expensive. Sometimes it's cheaper. It's up to the individual. Can you dig it? It's up to the individual. It's up to the individual. Just one more. That's right, Mark. You are correct. Well, listen, folks, it's 5:15. I need to order the pizza. I think you know what's going to happen. I'm going to order a black and luau and then probably 2 classics, which have sausage, onion, mushroom. Delicious combinations of flavors. Thinner crust. I like the thin crust. It's delicious. I would go to Y East tonight, but the problem is I love Y East and my wife loves Y East, but the kids are a little hard. They're more traditionalists. They want more of a traditional pizza. So therefore, sometimes when we have to feed the kids, which we do have here, they'll give me a little lip, okay? And I'll have to say, hey, bros, all right, let's go to BB's, which I don't mind anyway. So anyways, there you have it, folks. You guys have a pleasant weekend. And we'll see you next week. Next week, Monday, I'll be back. Probably do a little bit more acousticizing, which I'm looking forward to doing. But today I was feeling the rock, okay? I was feeling the rock. Could you feel the roll as the scrolls foretold? Tomorrow I'm also doing a live feed with Dylan. It's kind of an interactive thing. I've got it on my Instagram page and on my Facebook page, I believe. Together, 2gthr.co. I'm doing something at 5 p.m. It's free to get on there. But what's cool about it is a really cool platform. We'll perform, but I can click on you and I can see you. We can have interactive questions so you can come up on the screen. So please, if you do it, don't, do weird things that I can see. I don't want that feeling in my life. But it'd be nice to see some of you and have you say, hey, there's that guy that comments. Hey, what's going on? So that's tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Time on a site called 2, the number 2, and then gthr.co. And you can go there now and sign up and belong to the thing. And then tomorrow it commences. Can you dig it? All right, we'll see you cats on the flipping. No, it's not going to be on YouTube. It's only going to be on this site. So it's a cool platform. I think you'll dig it. Then a bunch of cool people are doing stuff on the site. So performance/workshop interactive thing is going to last about 45 minutes, hour-ish. So come on over. Doesn't cost anything other than your soul when I see you. And I'll zap your soul from seeing you. I won't do that. I don't think I can. Anyways, all right, we'll see you later.